Oh, okay. I wasn't going to do a video for until I can set up um a live stream between this gentleman from Morocco and a Moorish American, which I am working on. Hopefully, I'll be doing it here within the next couple of weeks. So just got to get the parties together and find out a good day to do this. But I want you to listen to this. This is from what they call Canyonland Moors up there in Canada, in their Grand Chic Cujo L, which his real name is Kevin McClintock or McAllister or something like that. I have no, I forgot what his name is. So it's just, let's listen to him until he puts his foot in the mouth. So they're going to be talking about proclamations and resolutions. Okay. Proclamations and resolutions are basically, one is the city level and one is the state and federal level. What I have read up on these, what he has posted on the screen that you see here, these are just opinions. I can go down to my city hall, talk with the city council. Hey, I want to do a proclamation for Swindle Hoodwinked Week, and let's do it from the first week in August of this year. And they draft it up and present it and um, uh, present it to the other council, and they vote on it, and it's most likely they vote on them. And with the resolution, you do the same thing. You go up to the state house and you say, hey, I want to do Swindle and Hoodwinked Wink or Week for the first week of August, and they'll write up a draft and present it, and 99.999% of the time, the stuff is passed. Okay, this so-called more grand chic of a temple that doesn't exist believes that these are laws. No, they're not laws. Okay, Kevin, these are just opinions, nothing more, nothing less. So let's listen in for a few minutes, and um, there is some swearing in this. Kevin does get a little bit upset. I was posting in the comments to this video, but under fair use, I'm using this to show what I'm doing. So let's play this.
All these, even Swindle and all these other.
Okay, what's going on? Why is this having some issues here? Hold on a minute.
People who use a Noble Drew Ali for clickbait and all.
Okay, I know my internet is good.
All that stuff. Where's their Noble Drew Ali Day honoring videos? Because if it wasn't for Noble Drew Ali, none of these traders, none of these dirty Moors, none of these Moor haters would even have any views on their stuff. Everybody knows Moor is the topic of discussion. Everybody knows that. Especially if you want to talk about some sovereign whatever. Everybody knows that the topic of the day is Noble Drew Ali and the Moors. You want?
Yes, and we all know who Noble Drew Ali is. There's plenty of videos out there discrediting him. Excuse me. So I mean, I've posted links on here where this other YouTuber basically goes into Newark, New Jersey, and gets all this great information on Drew Ali before he became a prophet. I just did a video on him supposedly attending the 1928 Pan American Summit, which we didn't find his name on there, or whatever name he used. I'm in the process of actually seeing if he went to Egypt, like they said, at the age of 16, and if he actually had a passport. I put in a request into the National Archives. They keep track of all that stuff. So let's listen to Kevin just a little bit more.
You want 50,000 views? Put Moors in the title of your video. Bet you get 50,000 views.
I don't get that many views.
Put sovereign citizen Moors.
Again, sorry about the delays. I have no idea what's going on.
You're definitely gonna get 100.
Oops, hold on.
100,000 views. Definitely get it. And then the Moor asks, is there one for New York? The question
Okay.
is, did you contact the mayor and put in your proclamation?
Again, I'm sorry about the interruptions. We're getting a major snowstorm, so I think it's messing up the internet a little bit.
For New York. Because these aren't coming out because mayors are doing it. These are coming out because Moors in these territories told the mayors, we need a proclamation. And look what they did. They put out the proclamation.
So in this...
They didn't do this on their own.
Oops, thank God it's coming on.
In every city, you can fill out a form to get a proclamation from the mayor.
I just stated
in every city you could do that. Right? Or you could do like the Moors near UK and make your own proclamation and put all them people on notice. Let them know that there's Moors here and they need to do a proclamation. Give them all the facts that they need so they have no excuse to say, nah, we can't. We won't. We shouldn't.
So while he's talking, I'm posting comments into the chat. For some reason, the chat isn't working well. So we're gonna. So I told them to Google Moorish American out of Memphis, Tennessee. They rescinded their they rescinded theirs down in Memphis, Tennessee, and he finally puts it up on the screen here in a few minutes. But then he starts on his rant again, swearing and cussing. Then he reads what the proclamation actually is and stuff like that, and he puts his foot in his mouth.
Right?
Okay, come on, Kevin.
I have never heard this before. Never heard what? About going to the mayors and filling out a little form. Yeah, that's how That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Some Moor, I don't know who these Moors were, but some Moors in all these different territories decided to fill out this form to get acknowledgement of Moorish American Week. And by the looks of it, some of them got it.
Yeah, we're having some internet issues. I'm just looking at that, and it's not good. So please bear with me with the interruptions. It's not my computer; it's just the
by the looks internet. Of it, some of them got it. Right, and it's a common theme. It's the same thing coming out. Right, so Anthony Chavon, mayor of Fayetteville, January 8th to 15th, Moorish American Week. City of Charlotte, Moorish American Week. Barbara Bass.
Okay, you notice the dates there, Kevin. It says January 8th through the 15th of 2012. Okay, it's 2024. This was 12 years ago. Okay, this has come and gone. It's ancient history. You can right now put it up on a dartboard and use it for target practice. That's all. That's what this is. This is worth. It's not anything there, Kevin.
City of Tyler, Texas, Moorish American Week, January 8th to 15th. And that reoccurring theme, the indigenous Moorish peoples of the Americas.
There's no indigenous Moors, you idiots.
The Moorish Americans being aboriginal to the territories of North Central South America.
No, Northwest Africa. Get it straight.
Little Rock, Arkansas. The indigenous Moorish peoples of the Americas. Oh, well, that's a proclamation. Proclamation doesn't mean anything. Who said proclamation means something? It's the facts in the proclamation.
There are no
That's the point here. It's not the proclamation, that's the point. We could give a shit about a proclamation.
You claim
the
to be
facts in the proclamation are what's real. The proclamation is nothing. But everybody knows who the Hamathites are. Everybody knows who the old pharaohs of Kemet are. Everybody knows what Africa is. Everybody knows Atlantis Islands, continental Americas. Everybody knows the Moorish people. Everybody knows what love, truth, peace, freedom, justice is. Those are facts.
They're not.
Everybody knows universal right to self-determination. Everybody knows Noble Drew Ali. Everybody knows what a charter is.
I have black friends that
everybody knows UN drip. Everybody knows the holy city of Mecca.
Yeah, you
everybody knows what emancipated means. Emancipated is not a fiction. That's a real thing. There's actually something called emancipation. You could go look it up. So don't get caught up in proclamations and House joint resolutions. And the Library of Congress said that it's not about that. It's about the facts being presented. And based on these facts being presented, majority of you people should shut the fuck up. To be honest with you.
See, here's the problem there, Kevin. You just said shut the F up. Okay, sorry about the swearing on here, but if you actually do the fact checking, which they didn't have it back when these things were first introduced and signed, some of them saying that you're descendants of the Moabites and the Canaanites. Dude, it is wrong. I am sorry but to tell you, but the Moabites don't look like you. The Canaanites don't look like you. If you look up and research the pharaohs of Kemet, to my understanding, they're family. So I highly doubt you guys are related to the Moors. We all know through history were Egyptian, Berber, and Arabic in origin. They weren't a race. Moors was not a race. It was something like I'm going to use this for an example. What is the race of the gypsies? It's like wherever they came from. Moors, most likely, their nationality is Moroccan, okay? They're not, they didn't call themselves Moorish Moroccans and stuff like that. They were Moroccans there, Kevin. Research. Don't freaking rely on the BS that you find on these Moorish American governments and RV Bay publications and half these bogus consulate websites and Moorish American government websites. It is all pure bullshit.
Because you're not going to go argue with Mark
Against
Stodola. You're not going to send emails to Mark Stodola telling him that, oh, why did he do this proclamation? This isn't real. You're not going to go to Barbara Bass and write her and do the stuff that you do in Moorish chats and all that stuff. You're not going to do that with her. You're not going to go to Anthony Fox and send him emails, fill his email box up talking about why is the Moorish American weak? They're sovereign citizens. You shouldn't be giving them proclamations. You're not going to go to Anthony Chavon. You're not doing
Are these
any of
people
that.
still in office there, Kevin?
If it's such a fraud, if the resolution is such a fraud, then why are you here? Why aren't you writing letters to all these mayors?
I just told you.
Why are you writing letters to all these mayors? What are you talking to Moors for? Why are they bringing up
I'm not
Moors
talking to
in
any
their
Moors.
videos?
They don't. There's no Moors here in the United States.
Why don't they go to these mayors with these proclamations that are so fake and all that stuff, and go debate them about why they put out these proclamations? Because they're bitch ass niggers. That's why. Because they're cowards. Because they're punk bitches. That's why. And they don't have the. There's a lot more.
Yep. To back what you're saying even more, to prove they're cowards, they prove it. When they play that, oh, that's just a proclamation, that doesn't mean nothing. Like we was talking about earlier, Grand Sheik. The foundation is European colonial occupiers. So when they say that, oh, that's just a proclamation, it means nothing. Here they go again, giving their masters, the European colonial occupiers, the power over their ancestral. Oh, that doesn't mean anything. So what you're saying, you need something more truthful, more governmental to show that, oh, the Moors are saying who they're saying. We already know they're European colonial occupiers. How can they be anything in the beginning? But because you're such a coward, because you're so ready to give your master all of everything, all the praises and everything, that doesn't mean nothing, because that doesn't come from the true master. That only came from, like, what are y'all playing? This Morocco. Those, when you play that, that's just a proclamation. Like the Grand Sheik said, it's the facts in it. It's the facts that the European colonial occupiers are showing the fact. Yeah, we know who y'all are.
Who are we?
We know y'all the Moorish. We know that y'all the first people on it. We know that. And that's what they're acknowledging. It's not because we're supposed to know that they're European colonial occupiers, not looking at them like, oh, that didn't come from Congress. What you talking about? European colonial.
You see how delusional these people are?
Because they so ready to give their master all of their everything. That's their mindset. Is the first, like, that didn't come from the true master. So, like, see? So, and once your foundation is modern Europeans are controlling Morocco, like, you think United States government, the land of the free, you think that's real, then you already messed up in the beginning.
This is
you already messed up. You think you voting for it. See, you already messed up. And then
this is what
we're trying to explain to them.
They're teaching.
Like, no, the documentation we reading is showing the fact that, basically the word Moor doesn't even exist. Let's start there. Let's start there. That there, and then there is an ancient people called Moors. They were here. They were the original people. Like, they're not even acknowledging the facts of what their master is saying.
So what this guy is saying is just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. He's just he listens to Taj Tariq Bey, the Grand Sheik of storytelling for RV Bay Publications, and they just go on and on and on with a bunch of nonsense. If you look up the real history of the Moors, and I've said this a number of times, they treated Negroes like this guy and Kevin and whoever else is on this panel. They treated them horribly. To my understanding, the Moors treated the Negroes a hell of a lot worse than the slave owners did with their slaves. So, I mean, they're living in a fantasy world, and it just somebody tells a story, then it gets to another person. They add a little bit thing on, and then somebody adds something else on, and this is what's happening. Is this isn't. I'm defending the Moor Science Temple. This isn't what their so-called prophet Noble Drew Ali taught. He stated, if you are from Morocco in Africa, you may be a Moor. But these three guys on this panel right here just blow that shit up, and it's like living. They're living in a different. They're living in the land of Narnia, and they probably believe that the lions and tigers and bears all communicate to them, and stuff like this. It's funny to listen to these guys, but it is so sad that they've been brainwashed into believing all this crap. So let's listen to a few more minutes, then we'll call it quits. So I'm just waiting for a certain part to come up here.
One of their European colonial occupiers are saying in the document, they're not even acknowledging that fact, because they still focus on that didn't come from the headmaster. Yeah, that's the frustrating part for me. That's the true frustrating part for me right here. Islam, Grand Sheik, I yield the floor.
Islam, brother Yusuf, on point. I'll just say what you said about the Europeans and colonial masters.
Okay, here we go. He's posted what I kept on asking him to post.
Conversation when you bring up the facts, and they can't dispute the facts. And if they've realised that some constitutions have been suspended, and they've got the doctrine of necessity, and they do what they want to do, and you can't claim somebody else's instrument because you didn't make or form an instrument, and how can you legally take something that's not yours to control? And then goes the packages, because people say, I can sell you this and sell you that, and they don't look at the foundation, what Noble Drew Ali brought: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Now look, it says, do the things that are right. Look at your ancestors, the old mind of your ancestors. People aren't looking at that, looking at packages, looking at the quick deal. I just got in trouble, what can I do? How can a Moor help me? It's getting a bit ridiculous.
Because that's what they end up, like you said, Moor, they end up chasing them packages. But me and Grand Sheik were talking about it earlier. You put yourself in you was better off trying to find a trade than chasing how to, break down these packages, make money off of these, make notes off the packages. How am I gonna get rich if I get this package, fill out this paperwork, send this paperwork in, and by the time you did all of that, you could have got a trade.
Exactly. Islam. Even seek ye the kingdom of heaven, and everything be offered up unto you. They're looking for the offer instead of going through the divine heaven side and divine national movement. They're going straight to what they think they want to get. Islam, I yield the floor.
Islam. So they're gonna point to this one proclamation that got rescinded by A.C. Wharton, who we all know that he's Boule. We already know he's Prince Hall. Just go look it up. The Prince Hall mayor, A.C. Wharton, just go look it up. It's not no secret that he's Prince Hall. Of course he's going to rescind the Moorish American Proclamation. Why wouldn't he? He's Prince Hall. And why would we be discouraged because some boule, dick in the butt in the coffin mayor rescinded the proclamation? I thought the proclamation doesn't mean anything. Isn't that what they say? Isn't that what their stuff that they've been pushing? Proclamation doesn't mean anything. Okay, so then if he rescinded it, then what's the point here? Since it doesn't mean anything, it shouldn't mean shit that he rescinded it. But you see how they confuse themselves?
The only one confused is you, Kevin.
You see how they make themselves look dumb? Because in one breath, they're saying the proclamation doesn't mean anything. Why are the Moors using the proclamation? Then in the second breath, well, you Moors are cowards because you don't talk about the proclamation that got rescinded. Well, what does it matter if it got rescinded or not? Proclamations don't mean anything according to these Moor haters.
But Grand, why? But like you said in the beginning, Grand Sheik, it's the Prince Hall Boule dude. Why aren't you exposing the Prince Hall Boule dude for rescinding it, showing that he's a sellout, he's a traitor, he's going against his own nation? Shouldn't you be going at that part, not the part where why aren't Moors talking about it being rescinded? Talk about who rescinded it and why he rescinded it, and how the Moors are still being,
You will see it in the article. Read.
Like these people are doing, like implementing war tactics, using their minions to make Moors look like they're not who they're saying they are. They're not. They ain't say nothing about that. They saying why aren't Moors talking about? So like, what will Moors say? Oh, so we're not the ancient people. We're not Moors.
We're not Moors.
Yeah, because they got rescinded. Like, what you want us to say?
Like Moors anymore.
We're not Moors no more because the Prince Hall Boule guy rescinded the thing, the proclamation. See. So we're not Moors no more. We're back to being black. Now everybody
You are black. Get over it.
Go back to being
history.
Let's do them a favor. Let's do them a favor and let's read the article. Let's do them a favor and read the article. Since we got to read this article, let's just see what they're saying. Moorish American Week proclamation rescinded by Candace McCowan. Memphis City administration rescinded a proclamation recognizing Moorish American Week.
Oh, what city?
Memphis City.
Oh, that was brother. Oh, what's the brother's title? That just came back.
He
wrote the book.
Brother Moreno.
1,000 charges dismissed without lawyer. Who was that more?
Moreno Bay.
He shut down that whole place, and they got mad at him. And now you got what that Moor did, and now they talking about. Oh, you're not talking about. We know the Moor who got that. Who did that? We know the Moor who shut that shit down and made them get frustrated and then resend that letter. We know the Moor who did it.
Yep.
And for them to try to use that, I know the guy who made them do that. I know him. I know him. So, how are we looking at that, Grinch? I know the Moor who made them do that.
He's going to put his foot in his mouth.
We still got to. Let him just read it. Let him just read it, brother Yusuf. Yo, I know the Moor that made them write that.
Exactly. We know the Moor who backed Memphis up in a corner, had them effed up.
Yeah, right.
Which is why they rescinded the proclamation.
No.
Yeah. What you think? They just woke up? Oh,
yeah. They gotta
this
get
proclamation is wrong. This isn't right. Who wrote this? This isn't correct. Who wrote this? You think that's what they did? See? You see how? See what happens when you start? See what? Yeah.
Now that we've identified this group is really not about values. What I think the vast majority of our citizens are for, and most Americans for that matter, we are rescinding this proclamation, said Memphis Chief Administration Officer George Little. Moorish Americans are known in Memphis due to the famous Moorish American Tabitha Gentry. That's not Moorish American name. What are they trying?
They're using her real name, not her bogus fake name.
What are they trying? Talk about Tabitha Gentry. Everybody knows that's Abkare Bay. if you're talking Moorish American. Oh, but if they put Abkare Bay there instead of Moorish American, instead of Tabitha Gentry, then that plays into their BS that they're trying to pull by rescinding the proclamation. And
do a legal
we also
name
know
change,
that before Moreno Bay, before Abkare Bay, there was Jerry Lewis Bay. And everybody in Memphis knew about Jerry Lewis Bay, the Bay of Missouri. Go look him up and ask yourself, why is this Moorish American, the Bay of Missouri, meeting with leaders of Saudi Arabia and Egypt and then getting kidnapped on some drug charges? You think because it's because of drug charges why he got kidnapped?
Yes.
Go look up Jerry Lewis Bay. Read his story. And you tell me, how is it that all these leaders of the East are meeting with this Moor from Memphis? All these leaders in the East, not just 2 or 3 leaders, about 10 different leaders he met with. They acknowledge him as a Moor. They know who he is. Then all of a sudden, they're kidnapping him on drug charges. Isn't that the same thing they did to Chief Malik? Isn't that the same thing they did when he met with Gaddafi? It's the same thing that they did. So if you, as a Moor, see this rescinded proclamation and you are talking about you don't want to be a Moor anymore because they rescinded the proclamation of the Moorish American Week when there's 11 other proclamations that didn't get rescinded, you're a dumbass. Matter of fact, you're a dumb fuck if you think, you big dummy, if you think you're not a Moor and you're discouraged because of one proclamation, one mayor got something rescinded, and then your panties are in a bunch because one mayor got something rescinded, you're a dumb fuck. Big dumb. Mayor Wharton's office released this statement. Generally, proclamations are issued by the office of the mayor to recognize events, groups of people. Proclamations are ceremonial, and just as a key to the city does not open any doors, a proclamation only
There you go, Kevin. So let me just stop it there. So I looked up the Jerry Lewis Bay. So Sheik Jerry Lewis Bay was convicted on racketeering and 7 murder conspiracies in 1993. He maintains his innocence, and he was the Saint. It was there's a documentary on him called "The St. Louis Kingpins," and it was called "The Rise of the Most Infamous Figures," including Jerry Lewis Bay, James Fat Woods, Dennis Harmon, and more. So there was the figures in the Lewis Bay trial. There was Lewis Bay, then there was Carlton. I can't read that too well. So there was 8 people that went to trial. 7 of the 8 were found guilty, and 1 wasn't. You had there were 7 males and 1 female. So I think Kevin's just gone a little bit above and beyond what he really thinks of Jerry Lewis Bay.
It provides recognition. It is not a legal document, and
see, you just said it's not a legal document. Hold on. Oh. Okay, did I pause it on accident?
Does not entitle the recipient to anything. The proclamation in question was presented to Mayor Wharton for his signature. Mayors from other major cities have signed the same proclamation from this group, which demonstrates that most mayors' offices do not routinely investigate every group or individual that requests this document. We did not issue a proclamation to this group in 2013. Go ahead, Moore.
That's a personal attack at Brother Mariano. He's mad. Yep. That statement right there, that part right there, he was mad at Brother Mariano.
Islam.
Yep.
Big mad.
Big mad.
So what's now right
Super
now?
mad.
You put this out. Remember that proclamation you put out? This is your signature right here. This you. And he made a video about it and everything, and wrote a writ to him, and then now when he
it's Memphis effect for fraud.
Now he's gonna try to put this personal.
Because the individual has a lengthy criminal record. Okay, that's why I'm going to leave it right there, because he gets into just a bunch of crap and stuff like that. So, Kevin, if you don't believe me, get on the old interweb, get up there to the search bar, and Google Moorish Americans, Homeland Security, New Jersey. And what will you think you'll find there? They call you an anti-American group, anti-government, domestic terrorists, and a bunch of other stuff. So, Kevin, put some big boy pants on. Do a little research on who the Moors actually were. Don't take Drew Ali's word on who the Moors were. Find out who the Moabites were. Find out who the Canaanites were. Find out who the pharaohs of Kemet were. Okay. There's a lot of great information out there. There's a website out there, moorish-americans.org. moorish-history.com. A lot of great information on there. And I mean, I'm sorry, Kevin, but you're wrong. Everything you said about Moors, you're wrong. And with that being said, thank you everybody for listening, and have a good night. And hopefully my next video, I'll be talking with this Moroccan gentleman that I had on a couple of weeks ago, and I'm trying to get somebody from the Moorish Science Temple to just debate, basically just talk back and forth very politely and nice and stuff like that, and see where this goes with this chat. Just kind of find a happy medium on what my Moroccan friend of Moorish descent thinks about the so-called Moorish American, and just let them just kind of pick their brains each other, and go from there, and hopefully it works well. Thank you all for coming on, and have a good night and Happy New Year.